Hello and happy Thursday, everyone. So I'm continuing on today with my series for Linda Sampson's virtual stamp party. And yesterday I did something fun and whimsical with a cute little party puffins. And today I'm going to go totally different with more of a nature looking card. A lot of you love fall. I love fall. It's my favorite season. And with that, it's my favorite thing to craft. I love all the earthy tones. They're my favorite colors to work with. And as much as I like my navies and my blues and my bright colors, it seems to be the earth tones that really warm my heart and my passion for crafting. With that, I wanted to also tie in one of the designer series papers that's on sale this month, or actually through August 2nd. So let me show you, let me show you today's card number 2, just a brief little glimpse, and it's always backwards, but I always like to give you a little sneak peek before I get going with my presentation too. Hi there, Julie, thanks for joining in. And let's see, I just wanted to see if I can get myself to show up on my iPad. Hold on one second. Just going to refresh and see if that works. And hello, Mary. I'm going to send you a special message later. Well, maybe I'll just put this down for now, and because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Okay, so let me also move my camera around so you can see better what I'm making for you guys today as well, too. So, oops. There, I want to get better lighting there. There we go. So I've got Linda Sampson's host code here. And then here's the card that I'm making today. Friendship refreshes the soul, and isn't that so true? Especially the path that my husband and I are going down recently. Friendships have just meant so much to us, and knowing that they're behind us even when we can't be with people lately, it just seems like, we're very social people, and so to kind of take that away from us is really new. So friendships definitely are something that are very important to us. And I'm copying this card kind of from Rachel Trout. She's another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but she said that she copied several different types of this card from other demonstrators too. So not really sure where the exact inspiration or copying came from, but I just want to point out that when I saw this, I kind of switched out the sentiment. And I loved the fall warm colors of the cinnamon cider, early espresso, and the paper and such. So kind of let me show you where that's coming from in the annual catalog. Hey there, Barb. Good to have you on here. All right, so in the annual catalog, it's pretty much right in the beginning. There's the Beauty of the Earth suite on pages 10 and 11. And so I'm using just the stamp set today, not the dies that go with it. And then I'm using this pretty paper, which is 15% off. So if you guys printed this out from my email or something, it's the top choice. Probably out of all the papers, you know me, I love my designer series paper, but this would probably be my favorite. But there again, probably because it's earthy and fall looking too. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Kay. So that is the Beauty of the Earth. So that's $9.78 instead of $11. So that's where that is coming from. And I'll just give you a glimpse. If you sometimes you see those and it's so small in the printouts and in the catalog. So I'm not going to get out all the papers because I know I've done that on a previous video, but this will kind of give you some ideas of what is in that paper packet, with this one being my focal point. All right. So, and now my iPad's deciding to catch up, so that's good. So with my card that I'm making here today, this is kind of my color layout. So like I said, cinnamon cider, early espresso, and then some Beauty of the Earth designer series paper. And then white is kind of the background of this. So I'm pulling in some basic white on there too for you guys. So let me start with doing some embossing. So the base of the card, let me set these things aside. The base of the card is cinnamon cider, so I kind of just cut it the long way, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, which is 5 1/2 that way. Hi Barb, thanks for joining in. And then for the next layer, same color cinnamon cider, 4 by 5 1/4, so it's just going to be that 1/4 inch all the way around. And so with that, I want to bring out my Bark 3D embossing folder, and I opened this up, like opened the package, and I thought, I can't believe I haven't used, and I will today for the first time, the Bark embossing folder. And then I remembered it was on back order, and so I wasn't able to get it right away when I wanted to get it with all the other coordinating products here. So that made more sense, and I love it, love it, love it. So let me switch my plates out here for you. Okay. So when you use the 3D, because that's the thicker embossing folder, you can see a noticeable difference in the thickness there. Just refer to your mat here, your cutting pad, because that will tell you what how you should layer it. So it's just basically the thickest pad, and then your embossing folder with your cardstock in there. And then another thing that I've been asked often lately is, how do you put your folders in? Do you put them sideways, one way versus the other? The thing never to do is to put it this way first, because it can actually create an air bubble that will push out on your hinge and wreck your hinge. So that's the worst way to do it. Not that the sides are much better, but the best way to do it is hinge first. And I did notice when I was just double checking what my next layer should be in this gray one, I was reading this and it says to put through hinge first. So if ever you're in doubt, like how should I put it, it's right on that platform, which is a nice little reference point. So that just scoots through there super easy, like so. And I'll just set that aside for now. And I think actually I will put my adhesive on here right away. I'll just run some of my seal on here. But before I do, I kind of want to show you that fun bark look. So if you kind of like that outdoorsy feel, this is a really good one. And the 3D embossing folders always give you a little bit more of a punch for that dimension when it gets run through. So I'm just layering that right on top of the cinnamon cider. Just gives it an extra little layer there. And then next, I'm taking out that pretty paper, the Beauty of the Earth paper. I always forget, is it Beauty of Friendship? But that's the stamp set, Beauty of the Earth paper. And so I'm cutting this one 3 by 4. And what I love about that measurement is when I cut my 12 by 12 paper, which this is from, I get a nice even amount of these, no leftovers, and plenty of card pieces or cards to make with just these 3 by 4 pieces. And then this is early espresso behind that. So that's 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Hey there, Lisa. Good to see you on here. So let me just tack those two together as well. And so this is so pretty for fall, which isn't that far away, guys. And then this is really pretty too, and that could be some fun fall colors as well. All right, so let me just kind of tack that together. And then I'm going to just go ahead and put this layer right on the bark. Thought about kind of, actually I want it to kind of go this way. Thought about popping that up, but I thought with that nice textured background there, it looks good just like that. And then I didn't want it to get too full and thick for mailing as well. So that's what we've got built up so far. And then all I need to do now is stamp out my sentiment. And this Beauty of Friendship stamp set is photopolymer. So I want to get my stamp mat here. And the ink that I'm going to use is the Early Espresso. So let me get that opened. And then Friendship Refreshes the Soul. So too true, guys, too true. All right, I'll just stamp that out there in my Early Espresso. And there again, I love this font in the stamp set. Kind of cursive-y, but yet very easy to read too. So, and then it combines actually a couple different fonts, so that makes it nice and easy to look at too. And then I'll bring back my cut and emboss machine. I'm going to keep that base platform on there, but then I'm going to add the number 2, kind of like a shim, and then a cutting plate. And then this is from the Tasteful Labels dies. So let me show you that Tasteful Labels dies, and this is the one I'm using here. I know you guys are like, there she goes again using that Labels dies, but I love them. So that's just going to frame that, and when I stamp it and put the die over it, it looks like, oh, maybe it's not going to all fit, but believe me, it will all go through, and that'll be just fine to go through that way, like so, because it kind of has that little lip and edge on there. So not only does it cut in that nice shape that just totally frames the sentiment perfect, but it kind of gives it a nice little edge there too, like a little embossed edge to make it look special. So we've got that, and then we can almost go to the point here of finishing up the card. But before I put this on, I want to get some dimensionals on here to get that popped up. So I'm just going to put a couple of those on. And don't you guys love easy cards? And that's what I love about the Designer Series paper sale is you can make quick and easy note cards like this because the paper does all the work. So Friendship Refreshes a Soul, like I said, Early Espresso ink on here, which ties in with the Early Espresso background paper. Yes, Lisa, I was just saying how much I love fall colors and how warm that feels. Like the sentiment is so warm and fuzzy, and so is literally this paper too. Hi, Joan. And then what I'm going to do is add some embellishments. And what I grabbed is my linen thread here. I could have wrapped that around somewhere, but I want to tie a bow. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe she's doing that, because she just did that not too long ago and she hates tying bows. And I really do. I kind of detest it. But I thought it was such a little perfect addition. And I thought if I do it more often, tie bows, maybe I'll get better at it. So we'll see. So hopefully you caught on to how I did my 2 bunny ears and then just kind of made a knot like you do when you're in kindergarten there. And I think that's pretty even. Sometimes the little tails want to curl out just from being on the spool of the linen thread there too. And Joyce is watching, and Joyce is the one that told me this best technique and how to do a really good bow. So these are my glue dots. I just find my glue dot and then press that bow right into there. Hey there, Angela. Good to have you on here. And then I just kind of squeeze it together. Oh, and there is Linda. Thank you, Linda. I love the fall colors. Linda's my hostess, so I always have to give a little shout out like she's the one I'm doing this virtual party for. So with the glue dot there, I am putting that right on the card. I'm going to snip a little bit more of this off because it looks like it's a little bit longer on that side, and that's going to drive my eyes crazy. So that gives us just a little bow there. I'm just going to give it more of a twist there, so it kind of frames the sentiment a little bit more. So that's a fun little embellishment or accent, but I'm going to go a little bit more and add some, and I love these Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins. Pretty much I love anything that is adhesive back, so that helps. Hi there, Sharon. And these came out last year's catalog, and I was so glad when they carried over because the color offerings are like perfect for so many projects. There's Rich Razzleberry, Pool Party, Mango Melody, and Calypso Coral. And none of these colors, I don't think any of these colors really are part of this paper, but I love how these can be brought in for fall. Both the Mango Melody and the Calypso Coral are perfect for like accenting this card. So I'm just going to pull off one of the large ones here and a large one here and then another small one for up here. And so it doesn't, really like strike out on its own for the card, but it just adds a little bit of shimmer shine when it catches the light like that. Thank you, Joyce. Yeah, like I said, this I'm kind of copying this card because I'm sure we've all seen like a card online and go, oh my goodness, I can't wait to make this card. And that's so it was today. I saw this today and I went kind of like scratch everything I had set up or lined up because I want to make this card today. I was so excited about it. And then for the inside, I'm not doing really anything much. With this being more of like a friendship card and note card, I just thought I would do just a white inside so that you could, whoever's receiving this card from me as a thank you for ordering through Linda's Party, then Linda's Party here, then that will be nice and blank on the inside for you to use. Thanks, Kay. So yeah, and Kay just said great layout, and that brings up a great point because we have so many pretty papers. You could use this embossing folder or, you know, a variety of other textured embossing folders. Just grab a 3 by 4 inch piece, you know, grab a different sentiment, maybe the same die, and just think of if you were making a gift for somebody and wanted to make them an assortment of note cards, this would be such a quick, easy layout. And I think it's pleasing to the eye because it's so uniform too in how it's put together. So keep that in mind if you need quick and easy cards. So like I said, just adding a little bling makes it even more special. So there's today's card number 2 for Linda Sampson. Let me get my camera turned around here. Alrighty, so hopefully you enjoyed that because I loved making it. Yes, and so Linda's going to go check out that paper, and she asked, is the sale almost over? The sale is going through August 2nd, so that gives us till Monday, yeah. And then Tuesday celebration starts. So I feel like I owe it to Linda and all of you guys. I should have time tomorrow to do another card, and then my goal is to try and pull in something from Celebration to give you a sneak peek, and hopefully tie something from Celebration in with the upcoming holiday catalog too. So that way, if you're ordering through Linda's Party, not only do you get things that are current now, you'll get a fun thank you card from us using something that's upcoming that will be right around the corner too. So it'll be fun to get out that stuff. I opened up my big box finally of Celebration stuff in the holiday catalog, and I'm so excited. Like, I'm so glad that I have hostesses lined up because the ideas are already spinning in my head, and then sometimes it actually makes it hard to sleep at night when I have lots of ideas. So you guys signing up to be my virtual party hostesses help me so that I can keep the ideas going all the time. Thanks, Mary. So take care, have a good evening, and I'll check back with you guys hopefully tomorrow afternoon. See you then. Bye-bye.